I'm Venu Keller. Welcome to Venu Inspires. It's time to give your children a childhood they won't have to heal from. Have you ever wondered as a parent, what are some of the things that my kids need? A lot of us would say, I know for myself, would be they need shelter, they need food, and they need water. And that is true. That is the basics of what our kids actually do need from us, but there's a lot more. I'm Venu Keller. I'm known as a parent-child whisperer. I want to talk to you guys today about other things that our kids really need from us more now than ever. And that is self-love, self-worth, quality time, and the ability to take ownership. So let's talk about self-love. When I was growing up as a child, this was never talked about. Like self-love, self-worth, accountability, like none of this stuff was talked about. And as I grew up and I raised my older children who are now in their adulthood, they're adulting, I realized even them, I didn't install this. And I definitely was not the role model for that because I was lacking that as a parent myself. And so as I got into coaching teens and kids and families around the world, one of the things I noticed about kids is that we are not talking about self-worth and self-love. And so I wanted to bring this to you because I think it is so important that we are teaching children how to love themselves the way that they love their parents, their friends, things, and asking them questions of how do you receive love? Like, what is their formula to even receiving love? I think I love my children. I spend time with them. I do things with them. But I don't want them to think that me buying things for them is the way I show my love. I want them to know that my love for them, excuse me, is unconditional. I want them to realize that the quality time I spend with them, when I'm fully present with them, that is how I want to express my love with them. When I'm engaging in things that they like to do, it shows that they're worth it, that I'm not always pulling them into things that I want to do. So I make them make lists, like show me lists that of things that you would like to do with me. Excuse me. What could we do together that would really create that quality time? And it's me understanding their model of the world, me getting into their world instead of always bringing them into my world. This will show them that they're worth loving, that they have enough love for them. And when we show up as parents, loving ourselves, taking time for ourselves, doing self-love, like self-care, I call it self-love, but it's self-care, taking time to go read a book or say, right now I just need to unplug. And our kids get to see that. They see that we have that self-worth, that we know that we're worth taking time for ourselves. Because let's face it, what do we do with people that we love? We want to spend time with them. We want to spend quality time with them. We want to do things for them. We want to make things easy for them. Do we do that for ourselves? Do we show ourselves the same type of love? Do we show ourselves the same type of commitment and presence to ourselves as that we do to other people? So it really comes down to role modeling. And when we do these little things, not only do we get to practice self-love and self-worth even more, but we also get to give them an opportunity to know what self-love and self-worth is to them. And accountability, ownership, that's really big in our life right now. We have our 11-year-old twins, almost 12, and we still see that they're still blaming. It's not my fault. The teacher didn't do it, or they didn't say they would, or they didn't show up, or she said this, or he said that, and it's not my fault. So one of the tips that we use is we acknowledge, we agree. The teacher didn't do that, or your sister did that, or your brother did that. And we agree it did not feel good. What could you have done differently? That's a great question. Ask your child next time when they're in a kerfuffle or obstacle or whatever it is in their life. Just ask them, what could you do differently? I agree. They could have done something differently, but what could you have done differently? Help them to start realizing that just by changing one thing that they do could change the entire outcome of what they're expecting. So these are just a few little tips and trades to say, what else can we do? What else is our kids needing from us that we can give them? Thank you for tuning in. And if you are finding this valuable, please leave a comment, ask me questions, because I would love to come on and do these little tips and trades for you guys based off what you guys are wanting. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you next time.